You're 16 years old and now it's time to learn how to drive. Or you're the parent of a 16-year-old and now you're nervous about getting your 16-year-old to drive. Either way, this video is going to help you out. Now, this is a very confusing time for most people, very exciting time. We're going to iron out a step-by-step process on what you need to do to get behind the wheel and be as safe as possible, so then you can get your road to freedom with Driving Academy. First step, if you are 16 years old, you're going to have to take the written test. Okay? Now, the written tests in most cases are taken at your high school. However, if your high school does not offer this written test to be taken, then you can come over here. We're located in Linden, New Jersey, and we are qualified to give you the written test at our location. Once you've passed the written test, that's going to test your general knowledge skills on driving on the road and what the road rules are like. The next step is you have to enroll into a driving school. Of course, the best driving school around is Driving Academy, because we're here to get your road to freedom. Once you sign up with a driving school, you're going to have to provide documents, certain documentation. What is the documentation that you're going to need? After you pass the written test in school, you have what they call a blue card. So you're going to have to bring the blue card into the school along with your birth certificate and or passport. Does not have to be both. Birth certificate or passport and social security card. So that means 4 main documents. You got the blue card, birth certificate and or passport, and the social security card is a must. You bring all those documents over to our school and then we are going to sign you up. So with those documents, we're going to make sure that everything's in order. We're also going to give your child or you an eye exam to make sure that you guys can see. And then we take the hassle out of you waiting in line at DMV, and we can go get the permit for you at no extra charge to you. What does that mean? That means that you do not have to wait in those crazy 2-hour, 3-hour long lines. We'll take care of that for you. And even if you wanted to do that on your own, you could not, because if you're 16 years old, the law states that a driving school has to be the one to purchase your permit for you. In order for you to get your permit, you have to go through a state-approved training agency just like ourselves. The other thing that you must know is documents must be original. So when you come in over here to sign up with our school or any school, you must provide original documentation and leave the documentation here with our school. If we take copies over to DMV, they will not accept it to get a permit and we cannot start your training. Once we have successfully obtained the permit, then we can actually start our training program. Now, how our training program works, we call it our basic training course. We are the only school in the state to offer 6.5 hours of training with a state-of-the-art driving simulator included. The first half hour of the training is done on that state-of-the-art driving simulator. And pretty much what a driving simulator is, if you have no idea what it is a big, looks like a big arcade game, but it's very sophisticated piece of machinery. It looks like a computer. It's got 3 different screens. You'll see exactly what the video looks like over here. The first half hour is going to be done on that state-of-the-art driving simulator. And what do we use that first half hour for? Is just to evaluate to see what kind of driver you are. Whether you have a lot of experience or no experience, we want to see exactly where you're at foundationally so we know how to build from there. We also use this as a basic training course, right? So we're going to show you exactly where the gas pedals are. We're going to show you where all the knobs and stuff are inside the car, your left turn signal, right turn signal, the proper turning radius, where should your hands be on the steering wheel. So all the basics are covered in that first half hour. And then after that half hour of training, we're going to give you 6 hours of real road training with one of our instructors. Now, the 6 hours are going to be split into 3 different lessons, 2 hours each day. If you're in the area, we're going to pick you up and drop you off from the house without a problem. It's all included. It's a full service. It's all included. Now, if you're in the area, we're going to pick you up and drop you off from the house for all the lessons. Okay? The 6 hours of driving are broken into 3 2-hour days. The 3 days are split up as follows. Day number 1, we're going to take you or your son or daughter on very low traffic areas. This is where we're going to focus on our turnings. So left turns, right turns, making sure we can stop at stop signs and K turns. Day number 2, we're going to refresh on day number 1. And then we're also going to add in the famous parallel parking. Here we're going to make sure that the streets get a little bit more difficult. So we're going to add in a little bit more traffic. And then we're also going to bring them to our training yard which we simulated exactly the cones that DMV has for the actual road test itself. So it's the same exact measurements, same exact cones. We have about a 2-acre yard where we do all that training for parking. So it's nice and safe. You don't have to worry about pulling over to the side on some dead-end street. After you can do it with cones, then we're going to bring you on the actual street. This is where you're actually going to have to parallel park in between cars, just like in real life. And on day number 3, we're going to wrap up everything, make sure that everything is honed in, all the main foundations are honed in, and then we're going to make sure, as long as you are comfortable and our instructor is comfortable enough with you, we're going to take you onto the highway to make sure that you have all the skills necessary and all the foundations that you need to move on and finish your training with an adult if you choose to. So after the 6.5 hours have been complete, then we'll sign off on the permit, give the permit over to you, and also hand you over with a certificate. If you're 16 years old, you must wait a minimum of 6 months or wait until you turn 17, whichever one is later, before you can go for your road test. Now when it comes time for the road test, you can give us a call back. We can offer you a refresher package where we'll give you an hour of training and use our vehicle for the test. Again, we'll pick you up and drop you off for that as well. We don't have to worry about that just now. We'll wait till you get closer to the road test date itself. So we just went through the whole step-by-step process on what a 16-year-old should do if they want to learn how to drive. Now remember, this is a very important milestone. This is a very important part of your life. You want to choose the right driving school, and we believe we're the best fit for you and all of your driving training needs. So if you need any help with us, any at all, give us a call and we can help you out. If you want to know about the pricing that we have, give us a call. We might be running a special at the time that you're watching this video, and we'll help you out. Thanks. My name is Jonathan with Driving Academy, and we are here to get you on your road to freedom. Have a great day.